You know, if you still got a Christmas tree somewhere in your house right now, guess what? I got news for you. You're a Manchester United fan. If you still, if you texted your ex and said Happy New Year and y'all haven't been talking in a while, guess what? You're a Manchester United fan and you don't know it. Anybody that's a little clinging on to things they don't need to be clinging on to right now, you hanging on for no reason, guess what? I think you're a Manchester United fan because, it's weird. Man United fans, not across the board, not everyone, but a lot of them are hoarders. So... Welcome to the show. It's the Football Power Hour. My name is Botswana Papi, and I just want to say happy Thursday. We're going to talk real quick about some things that are very important. This main topic, the La Liga racism, is a big topic that deserves a stream of its own, that deserves we won't even finish it in one stream. I feel like it's a conversation that has to keep going, and I keep wanting to talk about it, but there's so much stuff in football that's happening that there's not enough time. So we're just gonna quickly touch on it today and just be like, something happened this week. And then we're gonna, that'll just give us the beginning of that conversation, and we'll keep talking about it and keep unpacking it as we go. But this is the Football Power Hour. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed. And big shout out to you for tuning in. All right. So the very, very first thing I just want to say this week, right? In the NFL. Something happened. I don't usually watch American football. I actually don't. The only time I watch it is probably during the Super Bowl. Actually, let me be more specific. The only time I really watch American football is for the halftime show during the Super Bowl final. But I have to say, something happened a few days ago to this boy, Damar Hamlin. My thoughts and prayers and best wishes are with you. And, this man suffered a cardiac arrest during a game. And, we have to talk about it because it's obviously something that Christian Eriksen and is somebody that is that's in Manchester United, and something similar happened to him. And also Fabrice Muamba, a player that was he's actually born in Zaire. And he's from in Democratic Republic of Congo, let me say, pardon me. But he was an English international, and this man, he actually also had a similar situation where his heart stopped while during a game. And you know what happened? His heart actually stopped for 78 minutes, and fortunately, Fabrice survived. And I just want to quickly show you guys what happened to Damar. Oh, man, sports is a very, very funny thing because we always want to win. We're so competitive and so physical, but the main thing is life is not replaceable. Life only happens once, and when things like this happen, you can only hope that somebody comes out of it and recovers, So Damar Hamlin, look at what happened. This was he took this hit right here and tried to stand up in a game, and immediately collapsed. And my goodness, that was just such a it's never nice when anything like that happens to anybody, So I just want to say, oh, that was my guest. We have a little guest. We have a couple of guests today, so I can't wait to introduce you to that. But I just want to say, Damar Hamlin, thoughts are with you, man. I had to just sit down and just try and, I'm not a sports science guy, but I know a heartbeat when I feel one, and I just had to learn a little bit about this that I had to share with you guys. This is pretty much the cardiac electrical cycle of a heart. of your heart, right? P, Q, R, S, T points. Let's name these little points to sort of like understand a little bit about what happens when in a full cycle when a heart pumps, right? So right here on the P wave, the atrium pretty much just contracts and sends electrical impulses to the heart. And over here, this QRS region right here, that's when the ventricles, the left and right ventricle, pretty much respond to that. And there is pretty much a physical response that results in blood flowing, and then we reach this stage where the T stage where pretty much the ventricles reset and depolarize, and they pretty much sort of just wait for the next cycle to start. So the situation that I'm trying to describe, the reason why we're looking at this right now is because there is it's a rare condition in sports science that's called commotio cordis. Now this happens when on this upstroke on the T, right, when the ventricle is still trying to reset and get ready to pump again. So what happens is like the chest wall has to sort of receive a pretty much a blunt trauma, that in this very, very second, when the heart, so this is like a split millisecond, right? When the whole like heart cycle is happening, when the whole pump is happening, it's sort of like the situation that happened to Damar is medically alleged to be that, right? It's alleged to be, it's one of those things where it's like so rare that like you read about if you're a sports science person, a sports. If you're into the medical part of like sports, you read about that, but you never really. It doesn't happen as often. So it's like one of those things where the impact has to happen at the moment when the heart is on that uptake or the T moment, right? And it can happen from like a baseball hitting you. It can happen from a chest or an elbow or pretty much any blunt trauma just hitting that chest wall, right? And it's just so unfortunate, so rare. So you never want anybody to ever experience that. You want people to compete. You want people to be their best and give their best physically. But the main thing is, Damar, our thoughts up and prayers are with you, man. We hope you recover. And big up to y'all for tuning in. I see Niall tuned in. Big up to you, Niall. Big up to Paco. Paco saying La Liga. Yeah, we're going to talk about La Liga in a second. And so the reason why the show is entitled, there's a part of it that has to, we have to start this La Liga racism conversation, is because this week, there's been a little bit of a breakthrough where La Liga actually takes a little bit of action. La Liga actually does something. We had a moment, we had this situation where Vinicius Jr. and this guy called Javier Tebas, who's the president of La Liga, right? He pretty much, Vinicius was there saying, man, we've been crying. We've been racially abused over and over, and we've seen it. We've seen Eto'o being abused over the years. We've seen Dani Alves was just playing in the World Cup. Dani Alves is one of those players who was when he was still at Barcelona, a banana was thrown at him, and you know what he did? He picked the banana up and ate that banana. It's just, that's what you gotta do sometimes in life. When life throws bananas at you, pick the banana up, eat the banana, because otherwise you'll go bananas. But the main thing is like the racism in La Liga is so strong and so deep rooted in the system that like it feels like there's a turning point. Maybe I hope we're reaching a turning point where we'll see actually people getting punished. Do you know how many times Vinicius Jr., today's star, we're not talking about Eto'os and all the other, Latinos or Asians that have played in La Liga and been abused, So Just on Tuesday this week, La Liga announced that, okay, Vinicius, we heard you. We're going to report your complaints to a local court. And this is a major breakthrough, you know. And initially, it's all been like the general attitude has been, oh, it's so unfortunate. It's so unfair. Oh, give us evidence. We need to see more evidence. You know, that's how it's been. And right now, we have to just say big up to you, La Liga, for finally taking a little step. That's been long overdue. Niall says, big up, mate. What happened in the Liga? Who got abused? We just talked about it. That this back and forth between Tebas and Vinicius is the latest example of just this. It feels like one of those like police brutality things where it has to be caught on camera for people to believe it. You know, if let me just share with you real quick, Niall, on how something that I just found interesting. I just read you like a few sentences. It says, you know, say for example, in a post-match television interview, Jefferson Lemar, right, who plays for Levante, he's a midfielder. He accused Celta Vigo's Aspas of calling him a black shit during the game, you know, and then the referee pretty much, he said, he was quoted saying, you know, the referee was quoted saying, well, man, what? Stop complaining so much. You know, that's pretty much like a paraphrasing of him. Like, let me just find the actual quote real quick. Let me know if the paraphrase. Hold on. He said, the referee dismissed his complaint. He said, quote, I informed the referee, but he told me he was sick of players complaining to him. And then from there, like a couple of hours later, you know, on the Celta Vigo website, you know, obviously Lemar denies the fact that he denies the, you know, like the website, the Celta Vigo website stated that, you know, all right, this thing didn't happen. And also Lemar added, what is said on the pitch stays on the pitch. And you're just like, gosh, this is the kind of like attitude that like a lot of players, even if you're trying to just, you know, just file a formal complaint, your whole thing is just going to go down the drain because there's not enough evidence, there's not enough footage, there's not whatever, you know. But it is a breakthrough. But anyway, whatever, we're going to move and just make life as interesting as we can, because, you know, I want to read Paco's message real quick. He's like, yo, oh yeah, no, this is about Dama. Yeah, so you just gotta pick up that banana and eat it, and otherwise, you know, you troll the person that's trolling you, you know. And it's just so unfortunate that in the Liga, the racial abuse doesn't only come from the fans; it can also come from the players. This is like something else that just made me go crazy, and it's a topic that we have to keep talking about because something has to change. We can't have Vinicius being abused, and then who's the next star, the next generation? Everything's just going to stay the same. FIFA got to hold La Liga accountable or do something, man. You know, we're tired. We're tired. Anyway, enough of that. We're going to talk real quick. What happened today? I got my boy Links, who you saw earlier on, ladies and gentlemen. Let me add him into the stream. What is that? That's the sound of V. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Pardon me. There we go. A video of the previous show was playing. I don't know how. Maybe because we're talking about racism. All right, Paco, let me read your comments real quick, and then I'm going to invite my boys into the conversation. Paco said, that event at the Buffalo Bills game calls attention to the welfare of athletes. Prayers for Damar Hamlin. Get well soon, for real. Damar made a successful tackle, but the cardiac arrest stuff is major issue, man. ECG, remember it. Aguero, hold on. I can't even see. Okay. Damar made a successful tackle, but the cardiac arrest stuff is a major issue, man. ECG, remember it. Remember it made Aguero retire after 5 games at Barca. Sorry, that comment was a little hard to read. Put a little comma next time, Paco. Big up to you, Liam. It takes a superstar like Vinicius to call out the racists. La Liga and too many authorities in Spain have been enabling it for too long. I've studied in Madrid for a year. Yeah, Paco, yo, you have to call in next time, bro. We gotta know what you're saying. For real, the sound is so, it's not sounding right this time around. Big up to you, Marco, for tuning in. Thank you for that feedback. I don't know, there was just some weird stuff going on, but I think we're good now. We can invite the boy Links, and we can invite Nice the Kid into the stream too. Yo, big up my family. Yo, Nice the Kid is also with the homie.
Yeah, my bad, man.
Happy New Year, fam.
Yeah, to you, dude.
Cheers, man.
Yo, cheers. Oh my goodness. Yo, big up to Devils United for tuning in. So guys, there's no format right now. I just want to quickly talk about what's happening in the top 4, and then we'll talk about Manchester United versus Bournemouth, because that was a game that the Manchester United fans have to talk about. And I know we have a Liverpool fan on the panel who will send him off.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What's happening with Liverpool, bro?
Yo, listen, the homie said a little bit earlier, I was talking to a homie of mine, he was saying Liverpool's biggest issue is the midfield at the present moment. I think we don't have an engine room, bro. Like, right now, the midfield and the defense is just a bit all over the place. We just need to, like, batten down the hatches, get some surety in there. I don't want to mention names or nothing like that. Hendo, but we need to just, we're good, guys. We're still okay. I think we're still in the shot for top 4. We just need to get in a good run of games, get some consistency going, get some players in form, get Mo Salah on the bench, and then we'll be all right.
Okay. Well, Nice the Kid, what do you think about that? You can also comment on Liverpool too, bro.
You ain't got nothing to say about Liverpool.
I would say I'll reserve my comments, but I will say this, that Liverpool and Man U, I feel like we're pretty much in the same boat, man. They were always one injury away from catastrophe. So right now we're good. Everybody of ours is currently fit. Even the French players have decided that they're gonna pick their socks up, and we're going through a good patch. But one thing I've noticed about the Premier League, that ends any game now, right? And it doesn't even have to be whether you play number 1 or number 20. Anybody can take you out. So right now, Liverpool are having their moment. It's cool. We'll enjoy ours for the time being. But anything can happen.
Yo, Itu, it's so good to see you, my man. Who would you want to give to Liverpool as a player? Who would you donate? Which player would you donate to Liverpool to help them out? Because them guys are struggling right now. Kush says, what is that red shirt that guy is wearing? Throw that shirt in the bin.
Okay, dude. But the Liverpool right now is leaking on the midfield. You know, the midfield. Yeah, it's not good. I think Klopp needs to do something with that midfield right now. Honestly.
So like,
I'm gonna talk about Man U because I'm a Man U fan. I don't have business. I don't have business in the Liverpool links.
Yeah.
Nice to see you, boy.
Good to see you, my brother.
So sorry about that comment, but hey, Man U is doing 3-0, dog. 3-0. Yeah. Anyway, like my nigga said, with the Premier League right now, nothing is predictable. Absolutely nothing.
True.
It's good to see my boys trying their best to get into that top 4.
Yo, Kush says Liverpool need Jesus and Allah in the midfield and Buddha up front.
Yo, Kush got a lot to say. Kush, a United fan. Listen, Kush needs to understand though,
Yo, man,
right?
we need to get Kush online, bro. We need to get him on
Yeah,
the
we need to
video,
get
man. So
Kush's
we
banter
can hear
online, but
shit.
Micah says throw your shirt in the bin.
yo, Diddy, Butana Papi, you should
Yeah.
have told me, bro, if you're only inviting United fans to this live,
No,
bro.
no. It's actually like it's the football power hour. It's not the Man United power hour. There's lots of people in here that usually,
Am
that
I,
support
am
other
I on,
teams. But
am I on MUTV? Tell me for real. Is this like,
no. Marcus says the difference this season is that Manchester United is winning matches that they struggled to win in the past few seasons. Teams are once again wary of playing United. Eric Ten Hag weaving that magic. Yo, for real.
do you guys think the same could be said about Arsenal?
Right now.
Yeah,
Right.
Arteta magic is magicking, right? But the main thing is so Links, I have a proposition for you. If we give you Fred, would you take him?
No, stop right there.
He's better than Harvey Elliott.
Don't even. Excuse me.
Wait, what's Harvey Elliott's skill set?
Yo,
What does he bring to the table?
my G, listen here, all right? I do not have enough tools in my verbiage to articulate the insult you've just thrown across me. I cannot even put the words together to articulate how you've offended me. Listen,
So answer the question then. What does Harvey Elliott do?
Harvey Elliott is a bright young prospect, right? He is a ball carrier. He's a dribbler. He just lacks a bit of composure in the final third in terms of his finishing, right? But he's a young lad. You know what I mean? There's so much pressure we put on young players these days that we forget that they still need to grow and develop. And I think he's getting the right tutelage in terms of Klopp. He needs to be playing a lot more with other players who are more skillful, because I think he's trying to become a skillful player. Too often with the English players, I don't know what it is, they tend to believe they're hype and they don't complete the course in terms of skill. So I think he needs to play some skillful players. United, you guys, we wouldn't take Fred. I think even United fans will say that Fred is he's not as bad as a gaping as last season. You know what I mean? He's barely hanging. I think Eriksen and Casemiro are helping paper over the Fred cracks. They really help.
Okay.
He's
Okay.
playing further. I've noticed Fred. He's playing further up than there's a DCM when it was McFred. And that's really enabling him to be a better player. You know what I mean? Even in the Brazil squad, he can feature and stuff like that. So he's not that bad. But I wouldn't take him anyway.
So who do you want to replace? Because so how do you fix your midfield then? Do you still want Milner in there? Do you still want Henderson in there? What's
this guy, bro?
What's going on?
What is with you today and the insults?
What's the questions, man? You just assaulted my head, with the Liverpool questions and the coaching questions.
No. I mean, he's here. We have to just say, hey, okay. Kush is look at that Peri Peri emblem. We gotta ask the Peri Peri question, and just be like, that's right,
Milner. See, guys are laughing. Listen. Milner is good in the back room. He needs to stay just giving power chats to the boys before they walk out in the field, but he needs to stay off my field. Honestly, right? All love, all respect to Milner. He's been a great servant for the team. But I think that we don't have depth in midfield at the moment. You know what I mean? And we haven't recruited well enough in midfield. And that's what we need. We need recruitment, but we need smart recruitment. I'll give you an example. We don't even need to be chasing. I mean, sure, we've been linked with the likes of what's his name, Jude Bellingham for next season and whatnot. That would be a great signing, of course. Who would refuse Jude? But we also need to make smart signings. You guys know Yuri Tielemans is 25 years old. He's a free agent at the end of the season. And I think that guy actually holds down a midfield, right? Now, you're going to look at me and say, look at this Liverpool fan trying to sign Yuri Tielemans. I would take Yuri Tielemans on a free. I wouldn't pay for him, but I'll take him on a free. I think United would too. You know what
Okay.
I mean? Because he's that kind of player who's industrious. He can help a guy like Fred out. We've missed out on Mateus Nunes, who went to Wolves just because we wouldn't want to spend money. But I think now FSG are trying to put a bit of money behind Klopp and will invest in midfield. Hopefully invest.
All right. Last question for you, Links. Are you excited about Gakpo?
Definitely.
He gets gets the red card. He stole Gakpo from us. Can we talk about that? Can we talk about that? This Perry guys stole Gakpo from us.
They stole.
Dude, who do you think should be our striker now?
Hesh, I think right now I'd prefer Garnacho up there. I think the kid just has a lot more energy. I think he has better finish.
But I said striker, not winger.
I could have you heard me saying I would put
You said-
Garnacho up there. I didn't say I would get a striker. I'll just put him up there. We have the player already in the team. Why are we looking outside? Put Garnacho up there, see what that kid can do, bro. Let's see what that kid can do. Because I don't think he's a winger. He's quick.
Guys, Kush, do you guys hear this? Marco! Am I hearing these words right? Okay. I mean, it's creative. It's a creative solution. I the fact that we're like also broke, so we have to think of creative ways to bolster the team. But I don't know, man. I don't know about Garnacho, but okay. In terms of buying, though, who would you guys go for?
Striker.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. What's hot on the streets nowadays, man? I don't know.
João Felix. People are like Giroud. People are talking about like
We done buying ancestors.
Hey.
We done buying ancestors.
The Man United pension fund needs to stop, guys. The Man United pension fund needs to stop. We need to stop bringing players to come retire on 200,000 a week contracts with us, man. Let's just let those guys. Let's get guys that will develop us. Look at Arsenal right now. Guys. I'm not an Arsenal fan. I'm not Arsenal fans, but I will tell you right now, I respect the job Arteta did with his youngsters.
Yeah.
He let those kids play,
No.
and they failed for seasons, and now that their experience is starting to show. Now we are trying to buy all the experience and hoping that they will bring the experience to the youngsters, but it's not happening. They're old now.
Mm-hmm.
They're old.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, I mean, Marco probably really agrees with you because he says Eric Ten Hag is 6 months into the project and Arteta has the benefit of 3 years plus, and the league is not ready for what is coming their way, So I think Marco believes that the elephant will eventually fall off the tree, So Fred is being used better by Eric Ten Hag. He's now what he says. He's now what he always should have been, a good squad player.
Thank you.
Fair comment right there, Marco. I really, really agree with you. But I gotta repose this question, my man. Itu, do you agree with what he's saying about Garnacho? Should we try him in the front? Yeah. All right. Itu also gets a red card for that. Ladies and gentlemen, it was supposed to be a very quick show. Thank you so much for joining in. And we're just going to end it right here and just say it's time to watch that Manchester City and Chelsea. It's time to laugh at those two teams. So I'll see y'all in a little bit. We're going to do like a little laugh along. I agree with you, Kush. There's probably too much alcohol in that glass. I know, right? Marcus says a stopgap, and it is a bit out of left field. Eric Ten Hag could give McTominay a go at striker at a stretch. He played there in his younger days. Fair. You're right, though. Honestly, I love the out-of-the-box thinking. I got to give him that, And Marco, you're right. We can't forget Scott is also a center back, is also a striker. So anyway, big up to you all for tuning in. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Sorry about the little sound issues, but we'll get it next time. We'll be back. I Kush.